Hi, I'm Leon, and today we're going to be reviewing the Air Warriors DoubleShot, a fun little shotgun over under style that just so happens to have a sneaky little addition. Let's take a look. The Air Warriors DoubleShot is a $13 break action shotgun that is commonly found in your local Dollar General. It's going to go ahead and come with the blaster itself, 4 of these style of shells, and, of course, regrettably, the Air Warriors long distance darts. I'm not really a fan of these darts, but for this, it's actually not a bad include. This blaster is actually really mechanically cool and has kind of a lot going on. Not exterior-wise, of course. It doesn't have any attachment points, no barrel attachments, no stock attachments, no rails of any kind. So, honestly, this blaster is just the complete package itself, which I'm okay with. Apart from a cool addition to the stock, it's really got nothing else going for it. But let's go ahead and talk about it. To prime, you're going to go ahead and press on this top switch here. That's going to go ahead and allow you to open the barrel. The barrel, you'll then hear, primes the blaster when it's broken. And that's not the only thing it does. Notice these holes? Way too big for just your standard dart. That's because this takes shells. Go ahead and load these shells into the chambers. Close it up, and now you're ready to fire either both at once or one at a time. I'll show you. Both at once, you're just going to go ahead and pull on the trigger really hard. It's going to fire both of them. Then to go ahead and load in another shot, you're going to go ahead and press up on top. It's going to eject the previous 2 shells, kind of far sometimes, and then you go ahead and you load in your other shells, which can be stored, darts or without darts, in the storage stock. This storage stock doesn't really accommodate all 4 shells that the blaster comes with, but it definitely works for the 2, which is completely fine. One thing I will note for storage people, do not store your blaster like this. Even if it's fired, don't store your blaster with the shells inside of the barrel. That's going to go ahead and kill your ejector springs, which is one of the main reasons why you'd actually buy the DoubleShot over the double fire review up above. But once you're done with all of that, go ahead and close it. And now we're going to go ahead and fire one after the other. So we'll fire the top barrel first. You just do half trigger pull. And then the bottom. And then that's just going to fire one at each time. It's okay. You can already see and hear the performance on this isn't fantastic. This thing is definitely shooting like low 60s, high 50s. It definitely doesn't feel like the powerhouse that shotguns are supposed to feel like. But then again, shotguns are kind of for close range encounters, so you should be okay. It's got some interesting quirks to it. But yeah, load your shells in, go ahead and open the thing up and play around with it. It's super cool, and let's go ahead and see it fire. Double fire is certainly cool. It feels super cool to crack this open, see the shells eject, and just load in your other ones. It's definitely one of the coolest little plinking blasters I've definitely messed with. Oh yeah, plinking blasters. Yeah, if you're hoping to use this in a Nerf war, I've got okay news for you. It certainly doesn't come with enough shells to do this comfortably. In fact, I say 4 is way too little. I would have gladly paid 25 for the double shot and 10 or 12 shells. That would have definitely felt like a much better and much more competitively viable package. Instead, you kind of have to buy multiples to get a lot of shells, and despite them being orange, they can get lost kind of easy if you're not looking for them. 4 is a little too little, honestly. I'd love to have just maybe that $25 price tag with all those shells included. Then I'd be able to kind of stand behind it and say, okay, well, it doesn't shoot hard, but it certainly is fun. But for target shooting and just playing around and reloading and just... this thing is unmatched. It is so ridiculously fun to load even empty shells into the chamber, pop them open over-under style, go ahead and give it a fire, and then just eject them and load in your other shell. It's so much fun. It's really, really, really ridiculous. And it's one of the things that kind of drew me to this blaster. I knew for a fact this thing wasn't going to be too practical. In fact, using it outside is kind of a nightmare. But it's fun. Like, it's ridiculously fun. And it's $13 kind of fun. So if you like what you see here, you can't really hate it. But there is a better option, which is the double fire. The double fire does not take shells, and it's this, even though it's horizontal, it's still a very similar shotgun platform to what you see here. If you're looking for a double barrel shotgun that would be more competitively or Nerf war viable, that's the one I'd choose over the double shot. But in truth, I like the double shot quite a lot. In fact, it's really, really hard to beat just how fun this is. I don't remember the Sledgefire or the Trilogy being this fun, just because the over-under shells is just... oh, it's ridiculously cool. But honestly, that's about all I can really say about this guy. It's cool, gets the job done, and it's super fun for target shooting. So, with that, that's going to be my review on the Air Warriors Double Shot. Hope you enjoy this video and what I do around here, and if you do, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Of course, if you'd like to, go ahead and comment just maybe your thoughts on this. Do you think that this should have included more shells, or do you think it's perfect how it is? Let me know. As always, remember, if you don't need it, you don't have to buy it, regardless of what I say. And of course, go on ahead and take it easy.